Welcome back to Alt Buzz, your go-to channel for the latest camera news, reviews, and gear rumors. If you've been keeping up with the latest leaks and rumors, you know that Nikon is gearing up for something big with their upcoming Nikon Z7 III. And trust me, the potential upgrades we're hearing about are pretty mind-blowing. From an insane 90-megapixel sensor to 8K video recording, the Z7 III might just redefine what we expect from a mirrorless camera. But the question is, will it live up to the hype? So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into everything we know so far about the Nikon Z7 III. Oh, and before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on all things camera tech. Let's get started. Let's start with arguably the most talked about feature, the sensor. Now, if the leaks are true, Nikon is making a huge leap in terms of resolution. The Z7 II already impressed us with its 45.7 megapixel sensor, but the Z7 III is rumored to come packed with a massive 90.75 megapixel full-frame BS TMOS sensor. Yeah, you heard that right. Nearly double the resolution of its predecessor. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're into landscape photography, studio work, or any kind of high-resolution imaging, this sensor could be a game-changer. The level of detail you'll be able to capture, we're talking about the ability to crop in without losing any significant quality. But here's the real question. Do you really need 90 megapixels? Or is this just Nikon flexing their tech muscles? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Moving on to video, Nikon seems to be stepping up in a big way. The Z7 III is rumored to shoot 8K video at 60 frames per second. That's a serious upgrade from the Z7 II, which only offers 4K 60 FPS. If you're into videography, this could mean some major improvements in the quality of your footage. Think of the possibilities, insanely detailed shots, even if you downscale to 4K for YouTube or client work. Plus, you'll have plenty of room for reframing your shots in post-production. Not to mention, the camera will also reportedly support 4K at 120 frames per second. Perfect for those smooth slow-motion shots we all love. Whether you're shooting cinematic videos or just want that silky smooth B-roll, the Z7 III could offer some serious flexibility. But let's not forget about file sizes. Shooting in 8K is no joke. Are you ready to handle that kind of data storage? Drop your thoughts below on how you feel about these massive video resolutions. Is 8K overkill for most creators, or is it the future? Now let's talk about something that'll make a lot of handheld shooters happy: image stabilization. The Z7 III is expected to feature 8-stop in-body image stabilization, a significant improvement over the Z7 II's 5-stop IBIS. If you've ever tried to shoot in low light or handheld, you know how critical stabilization can be. Whether you're capturing stills or shooting video, this could really help reduce that camera shake and make your footage or photos sharper. Just imagine handheld shooting in low-light conditions without needing a tripod or gimbal. 8-stop stabilization would make that possible. But do you think this much stabilization is a must-have, or is 5-stop IBIS on the Z7 II already good enough for your needs? Let me know in the comments. Autofocus is another area where the Z7 III could receive some major upgrades. The rumors suggest that Nikon is borrowing autofocus tech from its flagship models, the Z8 and Z9. If that's the case, we're looking at faster and more accurate subject tracking, even in challenging lighting conditions. This could be especially useful for wildlife photographers, sports shooters, or anyone who needs reliable autofocus in fast-paced situations. And let's be real, autofocus has become a huge deciding factor for many photographers when choosing a camera. Whether you're tracking birds in flight or shooting in low light at a wedding, having rock-solid autofocus can make or break your shots. What's your experience with Nikon's autofocus systems? Is it enough of an improvement to make you consider upgrading to the Z7 III? Now let's talk about some of the other rumored features. The Z7 III is said to come with dual card slots, one CF Express and one UHS-2 SD, which is great for anyone who needs reliable backups or wants to separate their photo and video files. You're also getting the latest in connectivity with Bluetooth LE and Wi-Fi 6 for faster file transfers and tethering. For content creators who need to quickly move files to their devices, this is a welcome addition. And speaking of fast transfers, what are your thoughts on cloud-based workflows? Are you still sticking with memory cards, or do you think faster wireless tech could change how we manage our photos and videos? Also, rumor has it that Nikon might introduce a pixel shift high-resolution mode, similar to what we've seen in other high-end mirrorless cameras. This would allow the Z7 III to capture ultra-detailed images, especially useful for product photography or fine art. But of course, pixel shift modes usually require a tripod to work properly, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh, and let's not forget about the articulating dual-axis screen. This could make the Z7 III more versatile for vloggers, content creators, and anyone who needs those tricky shooting angles. It's one of those small features that could make a big difference, especially for solo shooters. So, when can we expect to see the Z7 III hit the market? Well, there's no official release date yet, but rumors suggest that it'll drop sometime in 2024. And as for the price, the current Z7 II sits at around $2,999, but given all the rumored upgrades, we're probably looking at a price closer to $3,500 or even more. What do you think about that price point? Is it justified considering the potential upgrades, or do you think Nikon is pushing it too far? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. So that's everything we know so far about the upcoming Nikon Z7 III. With its 90-megapixel sensor, 8K video, and all these rumored upgrades, it's shaping up to be a serious contender in the mirrorless world. But as always with leaks and rumors, we'll have to wait and see how much of this actually makes it into the final product. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to support the channel even more, feel free to send a super thanks or even consider joining our channel membership for exclusive perks and behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with more exciting Nikon updates.